I am Dr. Jessie, Assistant Professor, Department of Anatomy, Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University, Jaipur. We have discussed the introduction of the knee joint, and today we will discuss the ligaments of the knee joint that have a major contribution to forming the new joint. So there are some ligaments that are mentioned here: coronary ligament, ligamentum teli, anterior cruciate ligament, posterior cruciate ligament, tibial or medial collateral ligament, fibular lateral collateral ligament, oblique popliteal ligament, arcuate popliteal ligament, and medial meniscus and lateral meniscus and transverse ligament. Coronary ligament, that is the fibrous capsule, is attached to the periphery of the menisci, connects the periphery of the menisci to the tibia. They are the portion of the capsule that is stressed in rotatory movement of the knee. Cruciate ligaments, very thick, strong, fibrous bands, direct bonds of the union between femur and tibia. It represents collateral ligaments of the original femoral tibial joints, and it maintains anterior-posterior stability. And it's named according to attachment on tibia supplied by the vessels and the nerves which pairs oblique poplite ligaments too. So we can see here in this picture the anterior posterior cruciate ligament. Anterior cruciate ligaments, the anterior cruciate ligament attaches to facet on the anterior part of the intercondylar area of the tibia and ascends posteriorly to attach to a facet at the back of the lateral wall of the intercondylar fossa of the femur. Anterior cruciate ligament crosses lateral to the posterior cruciate ligament as they pass through the intercondylar region. The anterior cruciate ligaments prevents anterior displacement of the tibia relative to the femur, and it is taught during knee extension. Posterior cruciate ligaments attach to the posterior aspects of the intercondylar area of the tibia and ascends anteriorly to the attached to the middle wall of the intercondylar fossa of the femur. Posterior cruciate ligament restricts the posterior displacement. It torts during knee flexion. Medial collateral ligaments or tibial collateral ligaments is attached superiorly to the medial epicondyle of the femur just below adductor tubercle. Inferiorly divides into superior and deep uh, collateral ligament. Superficial part attached to the upper part third of the tibia as far down as the tibial tuberosity. The deep portion, which is short, fuses with the capsules and with the medial meniscus. A bursa usually separates the two parts. MCL tightens in extension. A valgus stress will put a strain on the ligament. Lateral fibular collateral ligaments superiorly attached to the lateral condyle of the femur just above popliteal groove, inferiorly embraced with tendons of biceps femoris and attached to head of the fibula in front of its apex, separated from lateral meniscus by popliteal tendon and fibrous capsule. Inferolateral genicular vessels and now separates from capsule. It tightens tightest with extension 0 to 30 degree, become looser in flexion less than 30 degree if it has primary restraint to varus, secondary restraint to ER and posterior translations. Oblique popliteal ligaments, it is an expansion from the semimembranous tendon close to its insertion to the tibia. Oblique popliteal ligaments passes upwards and laterally, fuses with the fibula effervescens, lands with posterior surface of the capsule above lateral femoral condyle, pierced by middle genicular vessels and now branches from the posterior division of the obturator nerve, pierce the ligament and supplies cruciate and anterior articular twig to knee. Popliteal artery lies on it and strengthens the posterior portion of the capsule and prevents extreme lateral rotation. And the next part we will cover in next video. Thank you.